All right. Good evening, Scott. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this portion of the interview. We had a pretty good chat, talked a whole lot about your experience off camera. So now I'd like for you to tell me a little bit about your experience on camera. So you have the floor.
Well, my career is extensive. It's over 35 years, but how it pertains to this project is I've done over my career development from ground up, where we develop the lots with the civil guys, and then we take it and we build the homes from the ground up. We had I worked for a company called CMM Construction, which I was partners in. We did Wright Farm Estates, which were luxury homes in the Cincinnati Mason area. It's like a really affluent area of Cincinnati there. So we would develop the lots as well as sell the homes. It was kind of like we were a custom home builder, so that's how it pertains to this. What I've done since then is I've been basically a C-suite for companies, organizing and developing and running offices, mentoring people, hiring people, HR, do the whole gamut, run the whole business unit. So I think that I would be more than qualified to do this position. I know it's a lot of public relations with owners, really affluent owners. If you look at my career, I did a lot of high-end, ultra-luxury condos and mixed-use properties, which I think leads to my being able to work with that kind of clientele. So I think it would mesh really well. So
absolutely. And then the projects that you were working on, I mean, very, very impressed. You've got resorts, you've got Hyatt, you've got Starwood Hotel. So was that all in Nashville?
No, I did Amelia Island Resort.
Oh, yep.
Down there. I did, I did all the Omni hotels, resorts for a couple years. Managed all their PIP projects, which are like $50 million worth of CapEx, as well as all of the new construction projects that were being either planned or being in the process of being built. So yeah, it was a really intense job. So
okay. And part of that, your duties, of course, it probably goes without saying, but I would like to just mention it on this part of the interview, that budget, cost control. Okay. Yeah. So you were doing
in charge of the whole entire operation, from the budget, from developing the budget to maintaining the budget throughout the process and adjusting as necessary, as the budgets go up and down, how they do. So, but yeah, and we've never had, knock on wood, I've never had a project that I didn't assume. I did become a fixer of sort for a lot of the companies that I worked for. But I've never had a project that I've started being over budget. Okay. Never. Not ones I planned. Yeah.
Sure. And then we were talking a little bit about certificates and education. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I have 2 degrees in business from Wright State University. I have a minor in communication from Wright State. I'm a couple classes from, I wanted to be a broadcaster, so I'm a couple classes away from having that degree. And then I have a certified general contractor's license here in the state of Florida that I've had since I think 2001. Okay. It comes up for renewal this year. I do continuing education classes, so I think that actually applies. I think that applies in this position, because I think you have to know, all the ins and outs of the subcontractor base and how the construction is being built in order to be able to manage the entire process, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that in depth the other day when we were chatting. A little bit about that. Okay, well, I think that that's all that I want to cover on this part of the interview. However, we have, don't go anywhere though, because we have a few more things to talk about.